Welcome back to another Film Geek movie review. In just a bit, I am off to check out the new comedy Scrambled. Now, yes, I am in the same clothes as my review for The Tiger's Apprentice. That's because I watched that movie this morning, and now we're off this evening to check out Scrambled. So what is the movie Scrambled about? Well, it tells a story of a woman who is known as being the best bridesmaid. She throws the best baby showers. She's basically everybody's best friend. And in being everybody's best friend, she's learned that she hasn't really done anything for herself and hasn't really lived her own life. And so she embarks on a journey of self-discovery and learning things about herself that she didn't quite know. This film looks funny. It looks really hilarious. It really does. I enjoy films like this, kind of a character study. And I also really enjoy such personal films. I mean, starring, directing, and writing her own movie. I love stuff like that. It really makes me know that that person is going to put it in their complete and absolute all. So you know what? Enough of me sitting here jibber-jabbing. I need to get out the door because it is time for me to go check out Scrambled. Welcome back. Just getting home from checking out Scrambled, and you know what? I really enjoyed this movie. This was just an absolutely solid, funny, heartfelt, well-crafted film. Now, in my intro, I said that this movie was written, directed, and starring the same person, but I didn't tell you their name. I goofed up. I don't know how I forgot. Leah McKendrick is the star, director, and writer of this movie, and let's just say she does all three of those things outstanding. The script itself is awesome. The directing of this film is extremely well done. The movie never really feels like it slows down. It holds a really good pace throughout the entire thing. It tells an extremely well thought, well planned story. Now, in my intro, I said that this was a trip of self-discovery, which is true. But one thing I left out was the fact that the main story of this film is a person. She's decided that, she's at a point in her life. She's 34 years old, and she's at a point in her life where she has to make some decisions. She doesn't know if she's really ready to start a family yet, to get married, have kids, and so on and so forth, but she also knows that her time is running out. And that's kind of a theme throughout this movie too, is the whole idea of running out of time. So she decides that she's going to try to even the odds a little bit and have her eggs frozen. Now, this film goes into the entire process of how this is done, and let me tell you, I did not know that the process of freezing a woman's eggs was, wow, it was so involved. They just kind of make you think like she just goes down there and they're like, okay, so we're here to get those eggs, and that's it, like that's the whole process. But oh no, it's a hell of a deal, man. It is one hell of a journey. And this movie does a very good job of showing all the different stages and what she goes through. Not that this is like, terrible and painful. It's painful. There is pain and so on. But it's not something like, it's not horror movie level stuff. It's just an uncomfortable experience that she goes through in order to, I guess you could say, reach the next state in her life. And she goes through all of these self-discovery journeys. She revisits old boyfriends and just tries to figure out where in the world world she's headed in this world. I think this is a great movie for people who are in that section of their life where they're just trying to figure out where the hell they're headed. This movie does a good job of just making it seem like, you know what, that's okay. You don't have to have all the answers. There's not an age that you have to sit there and be like, well, I'm 45 years old, so I know it all and I know where I'm headed. It's not like that. You go through all these different journeys and self-discoveries throughout your life, and this point in her life, this is just one of them. And I liked the way the story just encapsulated all of that. This is an extremely heartfelt, emotional movie that leads you on a roller coaster of laughing to almost crying. And maybe some people will cry. It didn't hit me in that, but then again, there's a lot of stuff in this film I didn't quite identify with, so maybe that's why, but maybe you will. This is a solid film, guys, and if you're going to get out to see one movie in theaters, I say check this movie out. This is a solid, independent little film that is probably not getting a lot of press right now, and you know what? It needs it, because this is one of those movies that, you think should get awards and get all the, shining praise and everything, and sadly it probably won't, but I'm trying my best. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. This is a definite solid. Get out there and see it in theaters if it's in your area. If not, keep an eye on it. Maybe it's going to show up on streaming one of these days. Okay, guys, well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you again for checking out the Film Geek. If you liked what you saw here today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications, and give me the old thumbs up so I know you like what you're seeing. And if there's one more thing you can do, folks, that is keep watching movies. You know I'm gonna.